Okay. So Clyde, when you and I was talking, Clyde, and again, welcome to our How to Build a Biz call, Clyde.
All right.
Um, you had mentioned to me that the guy just not only him, but you're talking to a lot of people, and some of you might fit this mold. That what we're finding is people are coming on board for free because we have that free model. You can literally join for free, and I mean free. And we're finding that people really don't understand what this really is. But it seems that, and I'll let Clyde say it. Clyde, I got them coming in. Don't worry. But Clyde, go
Okay.
ahead and share with people what you found by talking to him, but not only him, with other people as well. When you
Okay.
mentioned to me, Ron, they just don't understand what this is.
Thanks, Ron. I just want to say hello to everybody that's on this call. We're glad you're here. Um, you know, we've all done businesses before, and we have a mindset of the way we're going to do it because we've always done things a certain way. And the gentleman that I brought on, he's down in Houston, Texas, and he was on the mindset call Tuesday, and he had some questions. And then he got on the Tuesday night call, and he had some more questions. So when that call was over, Ronnie gave me a call, and he says, "I don't think he gets it yet." And he said, "You need to reach out." I said, "I'm going to do it." So I called him, and we had a conversation. And the thing that he told me was, he says, "I don't understand how this works." He says, "I know it's simple, but it's kind of complex to me." So we went into discussion on things because I really thought it was the compensation plan that he didn't get. So he understood the matrix, and we went through the coded bonuses because that's something really different. Because when people are coming into the codes, a lot of people are not understanding those two that you give up. And they say, "Well, why do I have to give these two up?" So we went through it, and I explained to him, when you put in five and you get three, those three are on your front line. And in a perfect world, I said, if you and I help those three get their five,
Mm-hmm.
two passes up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you now have six more people on your front line. We're not going down, we're going across. And that kind of throws people because you build in a front line. Coded bonuses is not going down. There's nothing down there. The only thing that's building down is the matrix. So we went from six, and I said, now the three that you brought in that gave up two, they're not going to give you any other people, just those two. So now you have six people, and those six, when they get their five, they're going to give up two to you. So now, if you multiply six times two each, that's 12. And then we went on, and I said, okay, so the six are finished, so now you have 12. And so when you got to 12, they don't have anybody. So when they get to five, two of them go to you. So now you have 24 more people. All of these people are on your front line. And he goes, I call them generations to generations to generations. And he got that. But then he
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm not understanding it's products. He said, when I looked at it, he said, I saw the nutritional products and I thought in my head, oh, I know what this is. This is a nutritional company. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's about products. So a lot of you people, when they come in, they don't know what to do. They really don't. So it's up to you to contact them and help them get set up. They need to know about the back office. They need to know about the fundsavernetwork.com. They need to know how to get into the back office. They need to know where their link is. There's a lot of stuff that they need to know. And it's things that you need to help them do because you can't take for granted anything because they don't know anything. So when he got back into fundsavernetwork.com, we had talked about the value vault. And he said, well, I don't understand the value vault. So I said, well, the value vault is what you see right before you get ready to pay your $25. And the products in there, you can purchase whatever you want. But take, for instance, if you had someone that you brought in and they went through the value vault and they bought a product, you would receive $20 on every product that they purchased. He said, really? I said, yes. But you only see that bought one time. So after you look at it and you decide, well, I don't want anything, when you click next, you cannot go back. You're done. So you're going to pay you $25. He said, okay, so I understand that. So when we went to FrontSaverNetwork.com and he started looking at the products that are there all the time, he says, man, I didn't know you had all of these products in the value vault. And I'm going, what value vault? What he was looking at those products that are down there all the time. I kind of call it the e-commerce center. What do you call
He
it,
was in
Ron?
the store. He was
In
in
the
the
store.
store.
In the
Yeah.
store. So he's looking at, he says, they got these shampoos and stuff. He said, man, this is some incredible stuff. This is a good value vault. I said, that's not the value vault. I said, those are products that's in the store and they stay there. I said, I want you to do something for me. I said, I want you to go up and click on the fun finds. And he says, I don't know what that is. I said, okay. So he said, I didn't know. He said, I didn't know where it was. So I said, if you look at the green button that says drops, right below it, you see where it says drops again. And then below that, it says fun finds. He said, oh, I see it. So he clicks on these products and all of a sudden he's going, wait a minute. This product here is $10. I know how much that product is. It's way more than $10. So he's scrolling through these things and he's going, wait a minute, I thought that these were just some little products that you got from another country or something. I said, no, they all come from the United States. That blew his mind. Because he said, I had no idea. I thought that it was just a few things that you guys are going to have out there, just for this. And he went through all of these products and he said, look, he said, I could sell these products to anybody. Anybody would want these. I said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He said, now I understand what you guys are saying. He says, nobody's doing anything like this. I've never seen anything like this before. So I said that to say this. You have a lot of people that you put in, and yeah, they signed up for free. But we have to be really good at following up with people. And one of the things that I do, matter of fact, I got a friend on here right now. I talked to him today. His name is Al. He's on here. Al, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to use you for a second, bro. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna use you for a second. But we were talking today, and I told Al says I got to do some follow-ups. I said, well, how are you going to do the follow-ups? He said, well, I'm going to call him. I said, well, let me tell you how I got you. Al and I, we've been in the 5PC. Al has been friends of mine for quite a while. And I'd never talked to Al because he came in under someone else. But when he came in, maybe a month and a half ago, we talked and I said, Al, let me ask you a question. When we talked the first time, you said, I'll take a look at it. And we hadn't talked since then. He said, you're correct. I said, so when you came on to the call that Ron did a couple of weeks ago, talking about what we need to do for this new year and our goal setting and things like this, you were on that call. I saw you. I said, did I ask you to come on that call? He said, no. I said, after that call, I did not call you. I waited until the next Tuesday to see if you would show up, and you showed up. I said, Al, I didn't tell you to show up on that Tuesday call, did I? He said, no. I said, after you watched that call, and Ron did an excellent presentation, he always does, and he does a great explanation of the compensation plan. So when it was over, I called Al, and I said, man, how you doing? He said, man, I'm doing good. I said, man, listen, I was just checking on you, see how you doing. I saw you was on the call. He told me he wanted to sign up. I said, okay. He said, how do I do it? Who do I go under? And I sent him the link, and maybe next, 30, 45 minutes, he signed up. Free member, and he signed up as a full member. Now, one of the things that we were talking about was when you sign somebody up, it's good to sign people up, but here's the question that I have for everybody on this call. You put some information out to me, and Al and I went through this. You put some information out to me, and you get a response from me. And I say, I'll use somebody else. I'll use Cliff. He's down there. I'll use Cedric. Cedric's down there. You don't have to use Cedric. How you doing, bro? I'll say, Cedric, I got this information from you. I looked at it. I've signed up. What do I do next? And it's kind of like, you get on this call. Well, that is not what you want to do. You need to know what your people need to do because you can't throw people off on somebody else. You need to know. You need to know about setting up their, helping them with the back office, showing them where the link is, answering any questions. Now, if there's questions that they have, what I do, and Ron knows this, I introduce them to the person that brought me in. I do that for a reason. When a new person comes into the business, it has nothing to do with the company. It has nothing to do with the webinars. It has nothing to do with people in the business. They come in under you. So when that happens, what you need to be prepared for is how to greet them and what you need to tell them to do because you brought them in and they're dependent on you. The next thing that I do is I make sure that that person is introduced to the person that brought me in. And the reason that I do that is because there has to be edification set up. I noticed on the mindset on Tuesday, Ron told uh, the person that was on there, he he built me up. He said, Clyde is a good person to be under. He knows this as well as I do. If you have any questions, I'm quite sure he can answer them. You have to edify the people that are being that are putting people on the call. And you cannot talk about yourself. One of the things when I do three-way calls and somebody puts somebody on the phone with me, they don't need to know who I am. They just need to know that I'm a business partner with the person that's put me on the phone with them. And when they do, I I don't need to know about them because one thing that I do is I say, "Hey John, how you doing?" Say, "Great. How are you?" I say, "Man, I'm better than amazing." John, tell me about yourself. And I listen. John tells me who he is, where he's from, where he works, how long he's been there, if he's in any organization. I'm just listening. But here's the thing that you need to know. For people putting information out, it is vitally important that you listen. Not only listen, write down what he's saying. I write down everything that John is saying. And so should the person that put me on the phone with them. Because sometimes you got friends and you have family members and you don't know anything about them. So now's your chance to find out. So once that is over, I found out who they are. I found out, what I need to focus on with them. They may like uh, to help in organizations. They may like to take trips. They may be a leader and they just want to get to the bottom line. Or they may need to know everything there is to know about this company. But I need to know that because I can't talk to you about compensation plans and all of this stuff, and all you want to do is have fun. It's not going to work. So after that happens, I say, man, really, I really appreciate you talking to me. So let me ask you a question. You watched the video, correct? He says yes. I said, so now a lot of people say, what do you like best? I don't do it that way for a reason. I said, give me your thoughts. I won't say what you think. I said, give me your thoughts on what you really saw. And I don't care if it's good, bad, or ugly, because I'm looking for the problem. Because a lot of people have problems, and if you don't know it before they start, you got people that come in and they acquiesce right back out on the back end because you didn't listen to them. So once I get through that process, the next thing I do is I edify the person that put me on the call with him. I let them know. I say, for Cedric, I say, listen, you can't have a better person to do this than Cedric, because Cedric is a good guy. I've known him for a while, and Cedric pretty much knows everything that I know. But here's what I'm going to do. Cedric is going to give you my phone number. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let Cedric do it. And then, if it's okay with you, Cedric can give me your phone number, because here's what we're going to do. For some reason, you can't get a hold of Cedric. You have my phone number and I have yours, and I'm going to lock it into my phone because my phone is blocked because I get too many calls from people I don't want to talk to. So when I put it in there, if you need anything, if you have any questions, feel free to call Cedric. If you can't get him, call me. Now, let me tell you what you've done. You've created a link of relationships that they don't have to worry about anything now, because they know if they talk to somebody, they got two people they can contact if they don't know nothing. Now, they can get on the calls, they can get on the webinars. Some people don't want to talk over here. They don't have to. Because when that webinar is over, you get a phone call from them. They say, hey, man, I was on the webinar. I got a question. What is it? You can go directly to them and they feel comfortable because it's a one-on-one. So, like Ron said, there are a lot of people that don't do it this way, and that's fine. Some of you on social media, you have a large organization of people. It's not the way I do it because I'm not a social media person. Like I said before, I talk to people that impress me. I don't have anybody in my organization that I put in that didn't impress me, but that's the way I work. But I'm just trying to tell you, it is vitally important that these people understand what these products are. I think they're missing that.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
missing it. They don't understand what these products really are. And I would like to, Ron, I was asked this question. Uh, Put a one in there if everybody has it, you've at least pulled up the fund finds. If you didn't buy anything, I'm not interested in that. Put a one in there. How many people have actually gone to fund finds and drops?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many
And
people have
let
done
me
it?
let me add something. And listen, thank all of you for your participation. It always makes it better when there's participation like that. But let me say something about Clyde, and then I'm gonna ask him one more question. Clyde is the guy. He's not the sponsor monster. He's not the guy that'll go out and put 100 or 200 in. And the reason he's not, because he doesn't have to. Because Clyde is the guy that his retention rate is very high. People don't quit because he starts his business connecting and building relationships. And that, starting with him, permeates through his team. They're not the fastest builders, but that's okay. Their retention is so high that Clyde is the guy that can build steady as you go and build a huge team and help everyone build a very great residual income without having to go sponsor the world. Okay. So everybody's different. That's Clyde's. That's not mine. That's not mine. I'm of a different accord. I want to get through as many as I can. I'm going to see who sticks. That's how it's different mindset. Okay. But he said something to me today, and this is about this follow up thing. When he was telling me, I just talked to a guy and he said, I'm going to follow up. And I'm going, you can't do that. There's no way you can call it many people. You're not going to do it, blah, blah, blah. And Clyde gave me an analogy. And this analogy was something that still is in my brain. Do you remember what that was?
No.
It
I'm
was
like,
about,
Ron.
we were talking about following up, and you were talking about you can't talk to everybody trying to follow up and see where they're at. It's almost impossible. But I'll tell you what I can do, and I'll kind of start it, and you'll remember. I can
Okay.
I can walk outside my door and I can
Oh, yeah, I
cross
got
the
you. I
street.
got you.
There you go. Go ahead and
I kind of got that from you. I tell people, I said, listen, you can walk outside of your front door and walk to the curb, and you can look across the street, and you can look to your right, and you can look to your left, and all you're going to see are houses. I guarantee you, every person in that house shops. They do. And I told Ron, I could take a monkey and I could train that monkey how to go knock on doors and put a backpack on him. And when he walks up to that door, he rings the bell up, knocks on the door, and the person opens the door, and that monkey turns around. And on that backpack, it says, take one. And he has flyers in there. And when they take that flyer out, that flyer says, do you like saving money when you shop? If you do, scan this code. And the monkey walks away. The monkey never says anything. He just goes from house to house doing that. What I see is it can be a laziness, but I think it's more of a fear because rejection is really a bad thing. I mean, even salespeople, professional salespeople have a problem with rejection, but it's okay. You're not. It's not going to kill you. You just have to learn to be rejected because everybody. If everybody did network marketing, it wouldn't be an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have some people out there that's not going to do it. But I tell you, one of the things that I've learned, a lot of your friends and your family, they don't do it with you, but they're hoping and praying that it works. They do because they've been watching you for so long, and you've tried to do things and they never worked, and you did something else and it never worked, and finally something happens, and you go back to them and they said, "I knew you were going to be successful. I knew it." And if you had stopped, that never would have happened. So they're pulling for you, even though they don't do what you do. Now, my wife is not a network marketer. She's been in marketing. That's what she did in television for years. But she had to beat the streets and create her own things and uh, programs and stuff. She said, I'm not doing it, but I will support you. When the fun finds drop, her and I are up here looking at product. We buying stuff all the time. But
Yeah.
look, all you need is support from your wife or your husband. They don't have to do this. But it's all about support, and it's about getting over that fear factor or the ego. And if you can do that, you can build a successful business. But realize everybody's not going to join you. They're just not. And you can't beat people up because they don't start. I hear people say, "Well, if they don't join my business, I'm done with them. I ain't got that." Dude, you can't do people like that because here's what I say. I say, listen, I appreciate your time. Um, I know and understand that you don't want to be a part of this, but if you ever decide to do it, love to have you on my team.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that guy's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now you know. Now you understand why Mr. Clyde George has so many personal sponsors on this call right now. Right now, they're on here because he's forming a team. And again, the way he does it isn't for everybody, but he's forming a team where people understand. And everybody does it different. I'm a firm believer that social media is also something very important, but I'm never one that puts all my eggs in one point of marketing. In other words, I do different things. I kind of think of marketing like this. This is what I have in my head. I look at an octopus, and that octopus has 8 legs. And each leg of that octopus is a different form of marketing. This leg is guerrilla marketing, like Clyde's talking about flyers, business cards. This leg is TikTok social media marketing. This leg is Facebook social media marketing. This leg is going out there putting information wherever I can. So I've got all these different legs of marketing, and they're coming back to one hub, one central hub. I didn't say I'm doing different businesses. I'm doing one business, but I have different legs of marketing happening, bringing people to me. Okay. a lot of people, like Clyde said, it is 100% true. A lot of people, I'm still seeing what he just said. Walk out to your street, look to the left, look to the right. Everybody there shops and everybody's tired of paying retail. They would all pay something different if they knew about the information. And yet, not that it's bad, everybody is literally on internet trying to get people on the other side of the United States. And that's good. That's just another leg. But don't forget about what there is right there in front of you. Don't forget that, because it's right there in front of you. It's important to understand. So back to where we began this entire conversation. How many of you have been sponsoring people or bringing in new members? And during that process, let's just say they came in for free, or let's just say they paid their $25 as a member. And you've reached out to them. And during that process of reaching out to them, how many of you have realized they really don't know anything? They haven't looked at anything. They don't even know what they got their hands on. If that's happened to you, put a 1 in the comments again. Drop a 1 in the comments. If you've been in that situation that we just talked about, put a 1 in the comments. If you've reached out to the person you personally sponsored and you just talked to her going, well, I don't really know what's going on. No, I don't know where my back office is. No, I don't know how to log in. What are you talking about? What are fun finds? I don't know what drops are. What are you doing? I don't know. Therein lies the problem of, well, let me be sure I'm in the right room first. How many of you would like to make money in this business? If it's a yes, put a 2 in the comments. Put a 2 in there. Let me make sure I'm in the right room. Okay. Okay. I'm in the right room. Got it. What the problem is, and I've heard this, folks, I have heard this for 35 years. I'm never going to do this. It's not my thing. I've heard people say, well, hey, that person joined me, and if they don't plug in, if they don't get anything, I'm not working with them. What? Hold on. Wait. You just took the time to get them this information, to get them to join you. And I don't care if it's 25 bucks or 2,500. Now you're just going to go for it. Plug it in. See ya. No, you'll never build nothing that way. That's why I stopped digital marketing, because it was a high ticket item. And yeah, I was doing well at it, but everybody I brought in couldn't make any money. I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't. And Rory called me one day and said, hey, this digital marketing thing, should I do that to learn anything? I said, no, don't. And I could have made money, but don't do it. Okay. So I stopped doing that, because this is what I love to do, folks. I love to help people. I love to meet people. I love to help people get to wherever it is they want to get to, but they got to understand something. For you to get to where you want to get to monetarily, you have to be present for your own rescue. That's a must. Never are you going to join anything and sit back and go, I'm in. Let it rain, baby, here it comes. It'll never happen. That will never happen in a million years. And I've never met that person yet that joined a business, just starting, joined a business and go, well, I just got to go find that magic button. There is no magic button. There is no magic funnel. There is no magic nothing. Now, are there tools that can help you bring people to you? Yes, 100% there is. But eventually, if you're going to build a business and you want to help other people build their business, you're going to have to talk to them. You don't have to. I mean, you can let your system do it, but I promise you, as sure as I'm sitting here today, if you let your system find somebody that comes in Then you let your email sequence work on them, and then they come in for $25, and then they plug into nothing. They don't know where their back office is. They don't know what fund finds are. They don't know anything. They're not staying. They're gone. Reason is, eventually they go, what am I spending this $25 for? I'm not getting anything. It is a sad situation, but it's absolutely true. Everybody you talk to, I don't care if it's your relative, I don't care if it's a perfect stranger, they're all listening to the same radio station. WIIFM. What's in it for me? That's what they're listening to. And you need to learn how to let people know that I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you. I'm here to walk you through it. I'm here to let you know everything that's available to you, what the resources are. I am here to do this for you. And in the process of doing that, if you just plug in and follow the instructions, it'll happen for you. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Never has been, never will be. If somebody's telling you anything's a get rich quick scheme, just turn it on. Turn it on. The only get rich quick scheme I've ever seen is called the lottery, and 97% of those people are broke again after they win all the money. That's it. Well, there's another one, selling drugs, but their retirement plan is not very good.
No.
There is another one, but I have no interest in that one. So I'm saying this because there's going to be some things coming at Fund Saver Network that's going to blow you away. And you build your business any way you see fit. But I'm going to tell you, if you're bringing people into your business through social media, whether it be driving traffic, whether it be doing lives, whether it be doing funnels, you need to be watching that back office. And folks, if somebody pops up in your back office as a personally sponsored person and they're brand new, what do you think you should do? The minute you see them, you're not going to know them. If you're doing social media, you're not going to know who they are. And your tendency is going to be, well, somebody came in, that's great, love it. And you're going to go, but I don't know who they are. And 90% of the time, you're not going to reach out to them. And you see that person that just came into your business, and I don't care if it's free or paid, it doesn't matter. You click that little blue button, and there's their email and there's their phone number. And if you're one of those people that go, well, I'm not going to call them because they're not going to answer it because they don't recognize my phone number, that's fine. Grab their cell phone number and pick your phone up and send them a text. Hey, Cheryl, it's Ron. You just came into Fund Saver Network. So happy you're here. I just want you to know I would love to talk to you and get to meet you. What times do you have open? That's really easy. Now, they might answer, they might not. But I'll guarantee you this. Every day that goes by after they came into Fund Saver Network and you don't do that simple thing of texting them, they're getting farther and farther and farther away from ever wanting to talk to you because they don't know you. They don't know you. If you do it immediately after they came in, they're going to go, oh, yeah, Fund Saver Network. Awesome. Well, I'm available tomorrow, this time. Okay. Call them. Call them. Get to know them. Find out what they want to do. Hey, are you here just to save money on shopping or want to kind of do that and make a little income on the side? Yeah, I'll do both. Those small things we seem to have lost when it comes to building a team. I don't know when we lost it. Well, I do know when we lost it. It was the C-19 that hit us or whatever. It kind of just went out the window. Everybody got hibernated in their homes and nobody wanted to talk to anybody anymore. Nope, sorry, not talking to you. This is my new habit. If that's not for you, I'll fully understand. I'm always transparent and I'm going to be honest. if you're a person that doesn't like to talk to others and you don't like to build relationships, you can still build this business. You can. It's just going to be a little bit harder for you. I mean, you can get them in, and if they don't know what to do, they'll stay in a little while, but you're going to be replacing those people over and over and over. But the minute you realize we're just people and we thrive on meeting new people, and I know some people, you have a complete anxiety attack when it comes to what? You're telling me I got to pick this thing up and talk to somebody I don't know? Look, you better have some medicine for me if I'm going to do that, because I'm going to fully have a blown anxiety attack. I get it. So don't do that. Text back and forth a little bit. Ease into something. Look, I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody I've ever ran across that wants to build a business. I don't care if it's brick and mortar. I don't care if it's network marketing. I don't care. If you remain in your comfort zone, you're going nowhere. You're not going to grow. And if you do not grow, guess what else is not going to grow? Your bank account. I don't make the rules. I just know what they are. That's all. So when you feel yourself in an uncomfortable area, take it slow. Don't get all wigged out and go, oh God, I need medicine. I'm having a full-blown anxiety. Just relax. Back off of it for a minute. Take it a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Because I know some people are like, Ron, I can't. I can't. I have literally met those people that they just can't. And I get it. Everybody's different. I get it. Take it a little bit at a time. If you have a brick and mortar business and you got a service oriented business or whatever, guess what you got to do? You got to talk to people. Whether you run ads or whether you do referral marketing or whether it's word of mouth, you got to talk to people. You cannot have a business without talking to people. Well, I guess you can. I guess you can go to McDonald's now and they got robots. Soon they'll have it. You talk to nobody. I get it. I get it. And that's where all the people will be that don't like to talk to people. They'll be wrapped around that building. And that'll be good because that's not the ones I want to talk to. Now I know who they are. I don't have to worry about, do I have those people or not? I don't have to worry about it. So for me, when it comes to this business, I try to make sure that everybody understands exactly what they have. And the reason that I want to make sure of that is simply because I'm a firm believer. Wait, let me ask this question. In the chat, if you've ever been involved in network marketing before, put a 1. Come on, now. Be truthful. You've ever done it before, put a 1. Come on. If you've ever, because I know what most of you say. Yeah, and I said I would never do it again. I will never do it again. I understand. I get it. I get it. But you know what, folks? At the core of this whole entire industry, it's all about one thing: relationship marketing. It's all about helping your fellow man, your fellow human. Because the more you help other people get to where they want to go, guess what? We've all heard this. The more you help other people get to where they want to go, you automatically end up where you want to go without even thinking of it. That's just the way this thing works. It's the way it works. And you got to grasp that. I'm not saying that you got to do it overnight. I'm not saying that you got to be a great person, a great conversationalist. I'm not saying any of that stuff you have to do right off the bat. But you know, I've met so many people in this industry that understands this industry and have made a lot of money in this industry. I mean, it would surprise you, some of the money I've seen people make in this industry. And all I know about all of them that they have, that they all have, that they've all figured out, is they understand it's the people business. They understand. Today, I can see people in other companies building a business through social media and systems and things of that nature. And I can see other people that's doing it the other way. And I'm telling you, the other way is working better than the social media. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because on social media, the next shiny object is right around the corner. And nobody stays focused on what they're doing when they're sitting in an arena where every living second, here's this thing, here's this thing, here's this thing, here's this thing. Which one do I want to do? Maybe I'll just do them all. Versus a Clyde George that goes, come on, guys, let's just get together. Let's talk about it. Let's just stay focused. It's different. It's a different thing. Together you stand, divided you fall. Yep, 100% correct. 100% correct. Now, anybody have any comments or any questions or anything? You are allowed to unmute and talk, whatever you want to do. I love these kind of conversations because this is where the rubber meets the road. And this is where people get that aha moment on these Wednesday night calls. So if you feel like talking, go ahead. If you don't, don't. If you got a question, open up, ask the question or a comment. Let's go. Anybody? Oh, there's Rory. Rory, you can unmute.
Hey there.
Hey.
I'm not on camera because I'm a little under the weather and I would scare everybody on this call.
It's
so,
okay.
But I just wanted to edify Mr. George for a minute. When he called me over 3 years ago, he was all about the relationship. He didn't have an agenda. He reached out to me because the company that we were formerly in did us wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't quite ready to leave yet. And when the straw that broke the camel's back happened, I called him back. And I called him back because of this guy's heart. I knew he wanted the best for me. My husband had recently passed away. And we talk about our whys. That's a heavy why, knowing that I want to stay in this beautiful home my husband built for me and keep this roof over my head. I've always felt like God's got me. And I get a little emotional when I talk about this, but Clyde George, I can never thank you enough, honey. And I came into 5PC, the wonderful marketing company that we now introduced Fund Saver Network. And what a blessing. Had conversations with Ron Pruitt. He did exactly, y'all, what he's talking about on this call. And 3 years later, it is 3 years now.
Yep.
Those marketing clients that came in with me in 5PC are still with me because of the relationships we build. They've stuck with me. They've become paying members in Fund Saver Network for the simple reason of knowing, I was telling Dee about this the other day, they're going to know that their marketing platform expense that they've been paying every month for me to market them on social media is going to drop to about half of what they were paying. They said, are you kidding me? We were with you before, crazy woman. We're going to stick with you now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the stickiness. I've still been getting residual from a company from 19 years ago. Am I building there? No, we're going to talk about this on the mastermind too when I bring Jim on. I laugh because we keep joking about that, Jim and I. Am I building there at that company any longer? No, but I'm retaining the relationships with my commercial and residential customers there to provide that residual to keep this roof over my head. Where am I building? I'm building here. And all this to say, thank you for humoring me, y'all, and listening, but all this to say, yes, it's all about the relationships and it's all about the caring, the genuine caring, because every doggone one of us on this call knows when somebody comes at us with an agenda and it's all about them instead of what's best for us. So thank you, both of you, especially you, Mr. George. It means the world what you've done with me.
You're very welcome. And the old cliche still holds true today. People don't care about how much you know, but they do want to know how much you care.
Absolutely.
That is the truth. And it always will be the truth. So anybody else?
Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Mr. Roy. I
Absolutely.
want to say something while somebody's coming along. You know, there's a saying that I've used for a long time because I had a coach in another company. He passed away last year, but he told us, he said, you gotta wake up, you gotta sit up, you gotta stand up,
Mhm.
you gotta tell your haters to shut up so you can go up.
Yeah. You might want to say that again, Clyde. Go ahead. I see people looking down at their pen. I see them looking. Go ahead, say it again.
I said you gotta wake up, you gotta sit up, you gotta stand up, you gotta tell your haters to shut up so you can go up.
Yeah. For Fun Saver Network, folks, it's real simple. Get in, plug in, stay in. That's it. That's it. And if you're not reaching out to them, they don't know where to plug in. They don't know what to do. Yeah, they get the emails. Yeah, they get the text. And when it comes to relationships, I can just speak for myself. There's a lot of people on this call right now that I didn't know 6 months ago. I met these people on the old TikTok, and we have become friends. So again, it's relationships. It's all done through relationships. Dee Bargy, I've known for quite a few years. Mr. Jimmy Azell, I met on TikTok. Philip, I met on TikTok. Jimmy, I met on TikTok. Mary, I met on TikTok. A lot of these people came from TikTok. And that's because we've all become friends. And we trust each other. Jimmy Azell flat out told me, I'm going to quit doing the business that I'm doing right now because integrity means everything. So I'm doing nothing but Fun Saver Network. Because he feels that this company, the integrity is here between Shane, myself, all of you, everything we're doing. Integrity means everything to Jimmy Azell. Jim said it right. Your attitude is going to detect your altitude. Now, I got 4 minutes, folks. I want to share something with you. Last chance. Anybody got any questions or comments? I'm going to share the screen and show you something. I want you to sit back and relax. But I'm going to take the last comments, last questions. Anybody? Okay. Let me share my screen. Everybody see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks, let me get this out of the way real quick for me. Here we go.
Don't you give up. You hold on. Don't you say you don't have it. If that job is not working out for you, you keep working. If someone that you trusted, it runs out, you keep trusting in you. If someone broke your heart, they say a broken heart can mend. Stop putting so much faith in people and understand who you really are inside. There is a reason for your life. Live the life. Don't give up the life. Know that your challenges are necessary. Know that you are a purpose beyond things that other people will never understand. And who says that everyone has to understand you? Question is, do you understand you? Do you believe in you? You are the author of your story. Write your book and sign off on it and say, this is my life and I'm gonna live it. Not just this year, not just next year, for whatever life I have left, I am going to stay locked in, and I am going to push with every ounce of strength and purpose and will and love.
Business. It's all day and into the night. And it's why all the businesses that keep this world turning choose advanced solutions and partnership from Comcast Business. Powering more businesses than anyone. Powering possibilities.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon actually has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every single month.
Love that I have. No one can take that away from me. That is how you should be. Let the other ones think what they want. Let them feel what they feel. But don't you dare say you're nothing because they think you're nothing. Look beyond new me, new you. Look beyond being like someone else. Make sure that you're paying attention to who you are and what you represent. Because you are stronger if you believe it. You are better than the things that are holding you down. Never give up. Find your reason. Find the purpose that is within you. Because you live for a reason. And your time is not up yet. So don't waste it on nonsense. Keep moving forward. Every time you look around you and you see people that are giving up on their lives, people are hurting. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, everybody goes through some kind of hell. No matter how high they get up on that mountain. Because you was not put here to not face challenges. You were not put here to not have struggles embark in your life. This is why you have to get locked in. Locked in on strength. Locked in on faith. Locked in on you. Make a difference. Stop saying the same things every day, every month, every year. New me, new you. Every time you hear it, it sounds like a broken record with a hole in it. Enough with that. Let's get real with living. Let's get real with life. Let's get real with accountability. And just do what we're supposed to do. Because if we don't put the work in, you're not going to get nothing out of it. I promise you that. And if you're worried about failing, I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, you got to fail. You will fail. You are going to get tired. You're going to feel weak. You may even want to give up. But none of those things matter, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter. As long as you don't give it power. Just remember, whatever hell you are enduring with right now, another season is coming. And you will embrace it, and you will get through it. Sometimes we find ourselves in this dark place where there's no light. We feel that there's something holding us so far away from our truth. We give it too much power when it doesn't deserve it. None of us are in a position at this point in our lives to give up. This is the time that you have to dig just a little bit deeper and fight a little bit harder than you've ever done in your life. Because times are really getting difficult. They are gonna challenge you each and every day you wake up out of that bed. But you're not in a position right now, ladies and gentlemen, to quit. You can do this if you believe that you have the ability to do it. Every year, something changes. Every year, there are new challenges. Every year, you hear something or someone saying, new me, new you. Every year. When will you come to the conclusion that now is what you need to be focusing on? Now is when you put the work in. Now is when you make a decision that this is who you are and there's no going back. You can't look at the past anymore. You can't worry about the things that you have no control over. But what you can do is decide right now where you want to be in your life. How much time do you believe you have in this world? Do you honestly think that your life is going to just go on forever? I understand some days you're going to have those weary days and you're not feeling it, you're tired, you're angry, you're sad, you're miserable. You're going to have to learn to be a stronger individual. You're going to have to learn that you got to endure and you got to find strength and you got to stand tall and you got to fight and breathe and live and have purpose. Be productive, stay strong, be locked in, and from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business.
All right, everybody. Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop here in just a second. Let it run out or I'll get rid of it. Gotta pull it back up. Okay. So with that said, does anybody have anything they would like to say now? Anybody?
That was awesome. And I appreciate you putting that on there for all of us to hear. It was good. And we all need to go out there and do just what Clyde told us we need to do. That's a really good message he gave us tonight.
Yeah.
It's 2025. You just heard it. Get locked in. Get locked in
Absolutely.
for you.
Mic drop.
For you. Everybody have a fantastic night. Don't forget tomorrow night, Thursday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. We're going to be doing the opportunity presentation tomorrow. For Al, you asked if we could do an overview. Please have them come back tomorrow night. That's what tomorrow's for. Tonight is about mindset and learning how to build your business. God bless everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Ron.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.